today. From Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
For Kansas City.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. To return it, Darius Phillips. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Darius Phillips on the return.
Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow looking to pass. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Taken down by Bobby Wagner.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores, and you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
now it's Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample.
Burrow's pass intended for Drew Sample.
You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Incomplete.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Chris Jones.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And Green with a catch left side.
Burrows.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Sanders' kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
Bengals 3.
So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of the team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll slip his way up across the... to the 32.
Jermaine Pratt there on the tackle. A gain of 2.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick six on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Firing complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
32-yard line.
Ten 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Chiefs, nothing.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 25. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Makes the score. Bengals 10.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
On the return, Phillips. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
To number 18,
A.J. Green, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. There aren't any speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed. Football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
At their own 36-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
A 7-yard.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Burrow's pass.
7 yards, the pickup there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working the middle here. That's complete to Sample, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Complete to number 18.
A.J. Green with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
At their own 25-yard.
KC's offense ready to take over. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's
Mahomes hit, he lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. William Jackson with a pick, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He'll drop this one down and mix it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Latest first, this now from 42 yards out. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Matt Bosher is set to kick.
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Bates on the coverage.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now Bell. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. Now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
At their own 31-yard line.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here first and 10 at the 31-yard line. They hand off to their big tight end. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
On the tackle.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
On third down, Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards there and a first down.
8 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. But now it's 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And they'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own.
And now here comes Kansas City. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And shutting him off, now open field. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the 1st. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for the 2 points.
Is successful. That makes the score.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with the game this close, You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First down. Here's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Bell. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Hardman. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Nicole Hardman with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Complete.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow with a throw caught by Green. A gain of 6 there on first. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To the air again, Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First down, Bengals.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And Green with a catch left side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
2nd and 7. at the Chiefs' 37-yard line.
And Burrow going to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
But
correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Burrow's throw going to be caught by Boyd. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big, or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone.
And the most curious way there to burn some clock, that was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
That cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And quickly to Kelsey. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. He got 29 yards that time.
For the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
He's coming, double up, double up. He's coming, double up. He's crashing.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. He'll get it up the middle, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you, because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts,
First down.
as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. 2nd and 8. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Kansas City, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1.